Did it work?
We are live.
Did we post it?
Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to post the pre-show jam. Hold on. Everybody looks forward to these.
Oh, as we're live. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we're just waiting for that. And then
Hey, just hold on, guys.
Hold on. Yes. Wow, Herman Lloyd. Favorite HVAC techs on the planet.
Oh, he's awesome. Thanks.
You might need to
That's the perfect one. Perfect one for tonight here.
That's the perfect one to be pinned right there.
My sound effects are not working.
Did he get that job after? Wasn't he going for Herman?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, nice.
Wait. No, you know what? No, I'm sorry, Herman. Did you say you got it? Or
he's got an interview for it.
Yeah, you got an interview for it. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. If y'all don't know what we're talking about, then I don't know what to do. But
HVAC Overtime Facebook group.
I would hit the ding, but I don't have a ding.
Oh, I got it.
Hey, what are you guys doing here? Fancy meeting you guys here, hey?
Who's that?
I gotta get some energy built up, you know? You know what we should do before the show? We should go through and do like a pre-show stretch and do like jumping jacks together and exercise a little bit. Do a little bit of, like stretching.
Problem
it out,
is that I would have to stand up to do that, and I'm not wearing any pants. So
every day my wife asks me to stretch. Do you want to stretch? Because I come home, I'm like, my back hurts.
My wife does the same.
I've been saying that to you guys for 2 years.
My wife always asks me, do you want to do yoga with me? I was like, no. I'm fucking out of here. I tried
telling you guys.
I was like out of breath and I was hurting.
You guys want to walk when you're retired? I'm telling you, you gotta start getting an exit strategy together and get your health in order. Start doing some stretches, doing some yoga, putting on your lady pants, whatever you got to do. Because I guarantee you, when you get old, retirement age, you're going to be bent over, complaining about your bones hurting, and you're going to be all fat and shitty. You're going to be a big fat bag of shit and walking around and complaining and bitching.
Too late for that. So.
Yeah, see, you're already a fat bag of shit and you're complaining and stuff.
It's just a negative Nancy tonight.
You got to get your life in order, man.
I can't do it. Oh, I got
it. There it is.
Ding. Dude, you actually have a bell? Or is that a sound effect?
Sound effect.
No.
Oh, he didn't want to tell the truth. No, you have a bell?
Well, I have 2 different boards where I could play sounds from. I've been using the Stream Deck.
2 boards? I've only ever heard 7 different sounds.
I think we need to see a studio tour of Adam's computer setup. Because
I didn't know you had like 2 boards.
Well, you were yelling at me because I got this guy.
And jitterbugs have more sound effects than we do.
I remember that. That was pretty funny.
That was.
I don't know what I had all these other ones on there, and you guys were yelling at. Don't use that one. Don't use that.
Use them all, bro.
Yeah.
Wear the batteries out.
That comment was from Joe Shearer. Actually, Joe Shearer.
We need to get some Joe voice clips.
We never got our stun guns or our tasers. Remember, Joe Shearer said he was going to send us all tasers so we can
tase ourselves live.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for the freaking tasers to come because
that wasn't a good idea.
I'll let my daughter come in and do it.
I think what we should do is
what's going to happen.
We gotta connect them to that. What is it called?
Oh, if this then that or something.
If this then that, and we'll set it up for super chats. Anyone over a $10 super chat, they get to pick who to shock live on air.
That'd be pretty funny.
It's like Squid Games.
Squid Games,
yeah. Awesome, dude. We should set that up where we could each do things to each other.
Hey, who's this Albert Ecolis? He says, Bill, please come down here and help me stand up. I'll help you stand up. I'll put you in the Lex Luthor. There's a Lex Luthor? Lex Luger.
Lex Luger.
Yeah, Lex Luger, the wrestler. He's got this move called the rack. I'll put you in the rack.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a good stretch.
I actually do have a fart sound.
I'll stretch it right out.
But it's on the non-working board.
Good point, Edward. Yeah, of course.
So we got Jesus Fish watching. There's our good buddy, Randy Ravioli.
George Romble.
Ty Branneman's in here. I saw him
his
earlier.
ductwork fell off his house the other day.
Dane, what's up?
Bill had a solution.
Ductwork fall. Like, I don't understand that.
Yeah, apparently it was held on by zip ties, is what he said. So his ductwork was held together by zip ties and just fell off and hit the ground. So I was like, just let the air out of your tires and just lower the house down so the ground's holding it up. You'll be all set. But instead, he was like, no, I'm just going to have somebody else fix it.
Guess he lives in a trailer. That's funny.
He lives in a mobile home, and that's all right. I'm not making fun of mobile
No,
homes.
no, that's a good one. Deflate the tires, yeah.
You know, honestly, what's funny, is, and I can get my brother-in-law to back this up. Me and my brother-in-law lived in a mobile home years back, and the ductwork fell off underneath. But this is long before I got an HVAC, and we were drunk a lot, and we didn't even know what happened. We're like, yeah, the heater don't work, and we're like, well, I guess this is how we live now. We wore a lot of sweaters, and we lived like that for a year and a half in Michigan winter, and then we moved away, and his mom owned the property, and he's like, hey, Bill, you know what was wrong with that trailer? I'm like, what? He's like, the ductwork fell off in the bottom. He's like, yeah, the people who bought it just went in there and pushed it back up and it worked fine. I'm like, well, son of a bitch.
Wow, son of a bitch.
Because I don't think we even turned that furnace off. It just didn't work. It would blow. It
just stopped for freaking 2 years.
There wasn't an ounce of snow under the trailer.
I bet.
It's like a fucking hot air balloon slowly rising up in the air.
You got a bunch of chipmunks living under there.
Yeah, chipmunks.
Oh, shit, man. So I feel your pain, Randy.
Dude, I can't stop laughing.
HVAC God says, how does everyone afford the tools we need for our jobs? Let's face it, HVAC has the most expensive tools known to man than any other trade. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I really think, and again, there's a lot of things that I want to do, but I can't necessarily do. But I feel like businesses should totally be the ones investing in the tools, and the employees shouldn't be having to buy any tools besides like hand tools, because it would encourage. I mean, but the problem is getting people to respect those tools. That's the downside, you know,
and getting people to even use them.
That's a good point.
You buy all these fancy tools for all the guys. Like half the guys might use the smart probes. The other guys like, I'm not going to use them finagled things.
I have bought some smart probes for some people, and then I've gone behind them, you know, like 2 months later, no joke, and find one of the smart probes up on top of the walk-in. I'm like, nobody even saw. Like I would have bought them another one. Like what the fuck, you know? Like,
did you try to set them up on it and be like, hey, show up on a job? Where's your probe?
Nah.
No.
Oh, it's in my van. It's buried. I'll get it later.
But I really do. I mean, I've been thinking about that lately more and more. And it's like, man, I really want to start providing all these high-tech tools, because one of the things that us as businesses have to do right now is we actually can't be complacent anymore with our employees, and we can't wait for them to ask us for raises. We can't wait for them to do things. We have to start being proactive so that way they stay happy.
Just because the demand,
not just that, but in general, I think we should have all, I mean, that's how business should have been from the beginning, but still, it's not something you can implement like right now, but we need to work harder. You find someone good, you need to convince them to stay. You know?
I agree 100%. Jonathan Hughes, good to see you, buddy. He says electrical isn't cheap either, and I believe electrical is probably not cheap, but I'm telling you right now, I will vouch. I think out of the trades, plumbing, electrical, HVAC, elevator, I still think HVAC is one of the most needed tools trade. I'm sorry, but like we need a tool for everything.
Well, because I think we do a little bit of everything. That's why. I mean,
you
need two electrical circuits. Yeah, we do a little bit of plumbing. I mean,
yes.
You don't hear. I mean, plumbers still dabble in what we do too. I'm sure there's electricians that do the same, but.
I mean, if you think about it, the trades, they are the foundation of everything, because the trades are what build where you live, what build where you entertain, where you do everything. So, and it's all from trades. You know, you can have computer people programming things, you can have whatever, people writing in newspapers for entertainment, but trades in general are what makes everybody be able to do that. You want to eat food? It's refrigeration. You know, our life expectancy would not be as long as it is if we didn't have refrigeration.
Jua Lettinen says that here in Finland, no employees buy their own tools, which is cool.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
I think, I mean,
it is super expensive though. There's so many freaking, and the thing, it's the sky's the limit. You can keep spending money forever. Like, all right, one of the staples in leak detection, right, is the H10, right? Now, are you guys familiar with, because I do a bunch of Google searching in my free time. HVACRVideos makes like a supermarket version.
Oh yeah, that thing that's like $10,000.
Yeah, where you could find.
Really?
Yeah, it's like a backpack thing, and you could find a small, tiny
like
leak
in a backpack leak detector.
It's fucking basically a leak
wild.
From across the supermarket, and you can pinpoint on it.
That's wild.
Like it's either it's. I
know
it's
looking like one of the Ghostbusters.
Maybe more than 10 grand. I know it's nuts, but
I like Casey's comment. my uncle, boss, and I disagree fundamentally on tools. He buys cheap shit because he knows it's going to get lost.
Oh, yeah,
I buy
carpentry
expensive
tools.
so I don't lose them. So
Yeah.
it's
I have a fine mix. I buy cheap 6-in-1 screwdrivers. I buy because I'm gonna lose those, and you always buy 2 or 3 at a time, so you have them in your van.
Oh, you know what that reminds me? I lost this week. I lost one of my tools. I lost the spray wand that I don't remember when it was, a long time ago, but I seen Chris using the spray wand on one of his videos, and I went out and I bought one. And it's the kind it's got like the flat sort of pressurized blasting water jet thing.
Oh, so it's not the same. Is it the same one as mine from Lowe's, the Orbit one?
No. It was one
it's
you
not
had
blue,
before.
right, on the end?
No, it's black.
See the one, but see the problem is the one from Lowe's, I understand sometimes the other ones do cool things and they pivot, but the one from Lowe's, the end of it's rubber. So when you drag it across a condenser, it doesn't bend the condenser. The one from Home Depot that have the plastic, when you set it on there, it fucking
that's probably true.
Condenser.
I try not to do that. But the other one
it's
was
rough.
perfect. It had just a nice wide fan of water, and it was high pressure too. It's perfect for like getting those Y coils right underneath the those RTUs. And I left it at some restaurant.
So I should have from the beginning, before I started telling everybody how cool those were, I should have got an affiliate fucking link with Lowe's.
You should have bought like 1,000 of them.
I get so many emails from people saying that they found that, and that's the kind of stuff that I don't understand. I understand and I appreciate everybody, but like everybody can go find those. It's not a big deal.
Brett said it's $8,000 for that back rack.
Did you see that Hamilton bought the Viper coil gun? The pump version, and he bought some. He etched his condenser coil pretty nice. It was shiny silver.
Nice.
I didn't see his pictures, but he was in a Facebook chat with someone, and I'd said like buy this gun or whatever.
He told me, he was texting me, and he said this is the first time that his condenser was able to satisfy his thermostat during the day since he moved.
Over design temp, I think he said.
Yeah.
What's
he's a teacher now.
Yeah, he got a new job.
So let's change this. And there's been this this Facebook post. I don't remember what group it's in. It actually pops up in all the groups this time of the year. But anyways, it's that whole concept of, you're writing a letter to your friends or whatever, just telling them that their system will never be more than 20 degrees below outside air temperature.
What's with everyone talking about?
What the fuck is, how stupid is that?
Every group.
What is this?
I think it's the dumbest thing, because if you have a system that, and again, the keyword is properly designed, you can do whatever the fuck you want.
Right.
Yeah.
So to the concept of your air conditioner now, maybe in full context, they're writing that, assuming that everybody's systems are not sized right. And, I don't know, but still, it's just this whole concept of telling people that their air conditioner will not cool more than 20 degrees below the outside temperature is dumb.
That who are like, whatever it is, that's like getting around. People are talking about that in a lot of different groups. I'm like,
oh, really? I never seen that.
It's like one of those, you notice the letters that people write, and then they share these letters, like, for political, whatever motivation. It's one of those things. It just keeps coming around every summer.
Yeah.
The one conversation I do have with people though is if I'm sizing it, I'm actually doing a manual J on a house, I'll let them know. I'll say, when you're above this temperature by code, this should run pretty much nonstop. I said we should be able to maintain this temperature.
Hell yeah, Brett.
Yeah.
Rooftop unit. I'll tell people like, hey, I'll just build your house into a walk-in freezer. Get you a big ass box.
I mean,
put it around your house.
Money can do just about anything. You get someone to design something. One of the things too, back to that wand, any of those wands that you buy from Lowe's or whatever, one of the cool things, you need to keep like 2 of those on your truck. Everybody should, because in the summertime, I go leaving those places. If I need a condenser fan motor and it's an OEM special one.
Is that like a pump sprayer connection?
No. It's the attachment that has the pivoting head that has all the different settings that you hook your hose up to.
It's perfect for cleaning coils.
It's about 2.5 feet long, and it has a pivoting angle so you can get into things and clean from the inside out.
And
But anyways, those things, you can set them on the mist setting and leave them on a condenser overnight. They'll get you through a night. If you've got a fucking bad fan motor, I leave those things. That happens every summer.
There was a post the other day, actually. Did you see that thing that somebody posted? I don't know which group it was, about for the condenser. It was a great idea. It was like, Mister thing, and it just shut up mist, and you put on I can't remember what it was.
Mister?
Mister.
Yeah, but the thing about that is those people out there that think there's those sales.
This is temporary for me.
Sprinkler timer things, yeah, that they say to put on your air conditioner to make it more efficient. It's like, yeah, but everybody has fucking hard water, or
so they're just making a swamp cooler out of it, pretty much.
Well, no, I mean they get an instant effect, but the longer you leave it on, the more calcium builds up on your condenser, and
is it called the Orbit spray wand?
Yeah, Orbit spray wand.
Yeah. Which that reminds me, I was listening to the Refrigeration
wait,
podcast.
Have you never watched one of my fucking videos?
No, you defrosted with it too, right?
Not to. I actually haven't. I have not been on YouTube in like.
Yes, Joe, you can.
Damn you!
I use mine to defrost like walk-in cooler coils, walk-in freezer coils. That's another great thing that it does too. I can, instead of having a hose like up there and splashing water back in my face.
Exactly.
Yeah, just take that, stand behind there, and put on like the slow shower setting, and it's got that nice little thumb valve. You can
build. Yeah, this one right here. They also have one that's handheld. It literally comes out. It doesn't pivot, but it's the same handle and everything. And it has the same heads on it. I have that too. So if I'm doing a walk-in cooler or walk-in freezer, that way you don't have to hold the whole wand. You just hold that right up to it.
Oh, I like holding the whole wand.
All right,
I just like rest my arm up on a box or something.
Yeah, the wand does work good though when you're using hot water because it has that foam.
What's the best way? I don't do a lot of commercial, but I've always been wondering, like, if you have an evaporator and you have like a return drop right underneath it, what's the best way to clean an evaporator where you're not going to flood the freaking duct?
You cover the return drop and do your best. It's not easy, dude. So like the carrier package units, they have a flat slab coil that's vertical, and the downshot duct is right below that, or the return.
Make sure your drain pan's clean.
You can get like pans from in the restaurant. I guess a lot of people don't always have a restaurant, but I can go down and get pan lids and stuff and put them underneath there, and then trash bags, and then just go to town. I mean, you just do your best. But there's some situations where there's nothing you can do.
I mean, you shouldn't really be getting water, like that much water everywhere that it's just going to flood the ducts anyway, I don't think. I mean, if you're careful enough, you can get it nice and wet, soap it up, just kind of get that shower effect on there, get a lot of volume of water going through it.
Yeah.
I mean,
the other day was
pressure wash it.
Ted Cook's birthday the other day. He's leaving. He's mad at us right now, but it was Ted Cook's birthday.
Oh, right on. Happy birthday, Ted. It was mine too.
He's 60.
60.
Yeah.
Holy crap. Just
hard not to swear in a men's
you know how angry he's going to be in like the next couple of years?
Yeah, it's going to get worse.
Yeah. Oh my God.
It's going to get worse, he says. Jeez.
Yeah.
Well, hope you're well, Ted. Hope you're well, buddy.
Hope you stay out of supply houses. They swear there too.
Mm-hmm. They do.
Not at the train ones, though.
No. They're proper and prim.
They're prim and proper.
Yeah. You know what? I've been getting worse and worse. Whenever I hang with you guys.
Sure.
Whenever I'm with friends or you guys, like
when I hang out with the trash friends, I talk like this.
I have a potty mouth.
Why don't we start a swear jar? We'll start a swear jar.
I ain't got that kind of money.
I ain't got time for that.
No kidding, bro.
All right.
I'll go broke.
So my wife, for my birthday, she got me one of those Traxxas RC cars. Yeah. And I already crashed it and broke it. I just spent $150 fixing this freaking RC car.
That's so crazy. This is the guy who buys fake money on Amazon, pays to fix cars that aren't real. What else?
Hang on a second.
Andy's got a Yeti cooler. I mean,
that's a new chair. That's a new chair he's got.
Of course, it's a new. I didn't even notice that, but it's probably like one of them Top Gun chairs.
Top Gun chairs.
Yeah,
we were just talking about the Yeti.
It looks super gay. Look at that chair.
It's okay.
Yeah, it looks pretty comfortable though.
It does.
Looks like it's got a nice lumbar support.
I don't really like my chair. I got this. You know why I got my chair?
Why?
Za recommended it.
Ooh.
I would do anything he recommended.
I think he knows.
This is what Bill's making fun of me, because I was searching Amazon one night when I was bored and I found movie prop money. And
that's not fake.
It's a nice looking bill right there, but it says for motion picture uses only on it. But anyways,
you should get some that say for big picture uses only.
That would be.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But Bill makes fun of me saying that I buy fake money with real money.
You know what you should do? Every rooftop you go to, like as long as it's a customer you think might call somebody else sometime, like take some of that and just hide it in the unit somewhere.
Yeah.
like stick it in there.
Imagine that.
Oh gosh, someone
That'd
thinks
be
that they
awesome.
found that and then they get arrested for
I'm like,
counterfeiting.
oh man, there's $500 down in that duct. I got to get down there and get it.
Oh, what's a good brand on mini split systems? I'm going to tell you, I honestly don't have any experience in mini splits, but if I was to choose one, I would do a Mitsubishi myself.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
I've had
kind of
pretty good luck with Fujitsu and Daikin. I've been doing a lot of Daikin lately.
Yeah, I've probably done maybe 5 mini splits in my entire career. Like, not very many.
It's a good point. Bad News Monk. That's what he said there. Fixes fake cars, buys fake money, buys clothes that make him disappear on camera. Who cares? Enjoy your life, Chris.
That's funny.
True. That's true. Enjoy your life, Be better every week. You guys work hard. You should spend a little bit. I mean, that's what this box right here is for.
Yeah.
These boxes. That's my eBay stuff that I've been buying just because I get bored and lonely.
Come on. I gotta,
You can, I saw some kind of kit. I actually saw this on, what is it?
Good question.
What is that kit called, Joe?
I can't remember what kit is, but you're right. They do have a kit. I don't know if I would buy the kit, but hey, I never tried it, so I would try it, I guess.
Speaking of making money, I got to make a few bucks right now. I'm going to interrupt everybody. So
hold on, this is a good topic.
Is available for all your residential package needs.
I thought you were going to send me that. I would actually use it. You're not freaking just wasting.
This is. You remember when we got Gary
hold
McCready?
On, Bill, let it go off top. We got to answer this. Is good.
Hold on. Remember when we had Gary McCready trying out for the show?
Just fucking interrupted everybody.
Yeah.
And all he would do was just read advertisements and commercials the whole time. We had to we can't work with you, Gary. We can't work with you. That's what Chris reminds me of right there. All right, go, Joe. Go, Joe.
No, to comment to Adam. Yeah,
Backstreet's
right.
Back. All right.
You're calling me a BSB, guys. Call me a BSB member. But anyways, I used to like BSB. They're all right. They're chill.
All right. I'm done.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah, you're right. They do have a kit. I've seen it done without a kit. With a diverter valve, obviously. Same thing probably that kit has, diverter valve.
So you would just be bypassing the hot gas from the condenser going into like a coil in your pool somewhere.
Tube and tube, whatever. Yeah.
Huh.
The thing is, you got to think of time wise. If you're expecting miracles from a 3-ton, let's say 36K ton unit, it's going to take a long, it's going to take maybe I don't know, standard, let's say 83,000 gallon pool, in 23 hours for 10 degrees probably.
Well, let me ask you a question. So I don't know much about pools, but like, when do you need to heat a pool? Like, obviously right now it's 100 degrees outside. You don't need to heat it now, but you have your AC going. Let's say in the fall though, or in the colder months, you want to heat it. You probably won't have your AC running. Right.
Yeah. Right.
Here's a question for like the Southerners where it gets hot as hell and it's 100-degree pool water. Do they make a pool cooler?
They do, but they're really expensive. The hotels near me do it.
Thought about that.
In the early 90s, late 80s, it was very common on commercial equipment for them to install external heat harvesters that would heat building water. So you would go and butcher the side of the air conditioner, take the discharge line, run it out, take the new lick or whatever is coming out of that unit back to the unit or whatever. And it was a heat harvester. And they were really common. They were everywhere, actually.
And now what? Why'd they stop doing it?
I don't know. They realized it probably with it wouldn't work these days with equipment. You couldn't just go slap it on a unit because they're too efficient. You would ruin the efficiency. If you on those old units, they were like 6 to 8 SEER, so you'd throw that thing on there to make them.
Why would it ruin the efficiency?
Well, now it would mess with everything because I would think that. Well, I don't know. That's a good question. Well, I would still think it would ruin it, but no, I guess you might be right on that.
Ty said a good point in chat about covering the pool.
Can't tell, but I'm surprised.
Indoor pools and outdoor pools, covering the pool is the most efficient. Would you have to spend money for heating your pool? No. So you'll save there for the money you have to spend heating your pool. You'll save it there. You're going to put it to your pool instead of your dissipating
what's up, Trevor?
But yeah, it's doable. It's doable.
What's the most common method of heating a pool? Have you guys seen?
It's a heater.
Gas?
It's a water heater.
Gas fire though.
Yeah,
like
gas
a boiler
fire.
setup.
Yep.
Not boiler. It's a heater. It's a little different. It's just a simple heater. Water goes right
They
in.
make electric heaters for
yeah,
electric pool heaters.
They do.
I mean, that seems pretty dangerous.
Well, so does the light in your pool, right?
Right.
Zach's tool shop says when his pool gets too hot, he just flips it over. Is that Zach Ciota, the one and only?
Is it?
Zach tool shop? I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't think
Maybe
so.
another. No, that's the other.
What's up,
Isn't
dude?
there a Zach that has a tool shop?
Quality. What's his
No,
name?
no, not
What's his
quality.
nuts?
I think it is. It might be Zach.
Michael Bay of HVAC.
It is. It's the one and only.
Change his name?
What's up, bud?
Maybe he's got a new show.
Maybe we didn't even know about it.
Hey,
interesting.
So what's with the that you were telling a condenser story, and we kind of got talking before the show, and we were talking about plugged up condensers and how it would affect. What were we going with?
Bill you were reading a post and you were talking to Dick Wers or back and forth, right?
Yeah. So subcooling on a plugged up condensing coil. It was I don't know, and I think it was in his book, Refrigeration for Air Conditioning Technicians. And Chris has got it right there. He's got it handy. That book right there.
It says
Chris is actually mentioned in that book.
Yeah, but he spelled his name wrong. So
yeah, I did. I laugh every time I see that. And I'm like, well, but so the subcooling on a plugged up condensing coil, is it going to be higher? Is it going to be lower? I was told it would be lower. No, wait, I was thinking that it would be lower, but I was told it would actually be the opposite of that. It would be higher. And from the conversation that I had as I was emailing Dick Wers, the author of that book, back and forth, and this was years ago. And from what I remember from the conversation, the subcooling would be higher because of the heat transfer rate. Because now with your plugged up condensing coil, your head pressure is going to be higher, the temperature of the coil is going to be higher. It's going to be much, much hotter than the ambient temperature than, we'll say, a normal day when you just have a regular 30-degree condensing split. Now you have maybe a 50 or 60 degree condensing split. So that heat is going to want to equalize as fast as possible. And apparently that's why you would have higher than normal subcooling when your coil's plugged. But I've never checked that, to be honest with you.
It's actually in chapter 7 of Dick Wers' book, and he has 2 different scenarios with a capillary tube. And
how'd you look that up that fast in that book?
I looked up dirty condenser. I'm good at Googling, dude.
Like Data from Star Trek.
Yeah, exactly. It's been a while since I've sat down and read this. Dick is a really cool guy. So he's really nice.
You like Dick.
He loves Dick.
Yeah.
I walked right into that one, didn't I?
That thing just tops it off.
But he is a really nice guy. I emailed him. Well, I don't know if I'm supposed to say this, but I emailed him and I was like, hey, can I get all the questions and answers emailed to me for the book, just because I wanted them? And he sends me all the files. So I have every, for all the quizzes and all that stuff. So you can write.
I had to put those together manually with my fingers and my fucking typewriter here and look them up in the book.
Yeah, I just sent an email and I have a file somewhere on my hard drive.
We were also talking about, before the show started, when you do have a plugged evaporator and your subcoolant is high like that, right?
Yeah.
We were trying to
figure out how it would affect the evap too, weren't we?
Yeah. What your superheat? And I
was saying that your superheat would not. Adam's thinking you're going to have extremely low superheat. And this is where I wanted to go. So I think that your superheat would stay relatively the same, if not go up. But yeah, I don't know.
Sorry,
I look at it as you're going to have a high pressure hot liquid going through that metering device into the evaporator, and a majority of that hot liquid is going to have to flash off at least a little bit to try to get the rest of the liquid to cool down, I think.
Yeah,
but then it's going to be so hot, like it can't really absorb much. The capacity is just
your
gone out the window.
Evaporator temp's going to be so high.
Yeah,
it's going to be so high.
It's not going to boil much off.
Yeah,
but. Now I wonder if
and that's kind of what I wanted to talk about too. Is when we were talking about this before the show, and got me to thinking. I am not a book smart technician. I'm not a person that can just in my head be like, here's all the answers to everything.
Right.
I'm more of a person that walks up, looks at everything, kind of gets my hands on things, touchy feely, and then I kind of figure things out. So that's how I've learned.
I think that's majority, Chris. Like, I don't to retain all that information and be working at the same time. It's kind of tough.
It's coming to me faster now than it ever has.
Of course, years experience for sure.
Now it's just like boom, someone says something and it's like you think of these thoughts that you've had for so many years, and they just get stored in your brain, and then someone tells you something and they all click, and it's like, oh shit, okay.
Well, like me and you, Chris, we've been doing this almost the same amount of time. You've been in it a couple years more than I have, but like I'll call you about stuff, and like I don't want to like act like I'm kissing your ass too much here, but like you tell me stuff, I'm like, I didn't even fucking think about that. But then I was like, it makes total sense. Like, why didn't I do this or do that? These little tips and tricks that even though I've been doing this for a while, I can't remember all that stuff.
I had a guy run it. We were talking about another service call earlier in the week. I had a guy run a service call for me, and he ran into a situation where I was like stopping and thinking about it. And then I posted in our little private chat, and I called. Chris wasn't answering because he was freaking out on the roof, changing 13 compressors on one unit and evacuating. He gave him the full big picture that day, bro.
Yeah. Big time.
Well, remind me to tell that story after you're done.
Like, what we got to do here, sir, is we got to take all these parts off and put all new parts on.
And then you're fixed up. You're all good to go.
Yep. It'd be $47,000.
Can I tell my story now?
No, we're still talking about one topic at a time. Slow down.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm trying to remember the exact scenario. So it's an older carrier unit. Definitely oversized for this house. 100%. It's somebody in my subdivision on the opposite side. So they had what was it? It was high subcooling. It was 90 degrees outside. And didn't I say the condensing temperature was around 100, right?
I think
something like that. Subcooling was high. What was it? 20 or 30 degrees of subcooling, and it was like no superheat, and the saturation temperature on the suction side was very low. And we were going back and forth, and a lot of it didn't make any sense. But then I started to think, what if it's low airflow?
Yeah, because it had and what was it again? It had low superheat, but also the low suction saturation temperature.
Low pressure. Yeah.
It had high subcooling, but I would think that being that it would be overcharged and it was hot outside.
I just thought, what if the subcooling was so high for some odd reason that there wasn't enough load to take that subcooling away? You have to de-superheat in a condenser. That's your first step. And in an evaporator, the first thing you have to do is de-subcool, essentially. And what if you had so much subcooling that even when you flashed it off, the liquid was already so cold that there wasn't enough load on it for it to all boil off?
I don't know about that. That's a
wild.
Yeah. I mean, there's definitely. I'm pretty sure. I need to go back there and test the airflow.
Yeah.
Because I guarantee you the airflow is low. It was
I would check that first.
33 or 34 degree saturation.
Yeah, I don't know.
I haven't made this video yet, but I just had one where I had a package unit that was totally iced up, solid, the whole evaporator. So I had my apprentice just tell him to turn it off. There's nothing we could do. He set the indoor fan to run all night and turned the unit off. It leaked water down into the building. Again, I was like, there's nothing I can do. Just put buckets down there. But what it ended up being was that building's been designed like this for 9 years now, but the ductwork is too small. So the return, and it's also with the returns in the wrong side of the building, and it only pulls cold air where the return, and then the sensors in the front of the one. So the thing just runs and runs and runs, but it's just literally the problem is that the return air is too cold. So the saturation temperature on the unit's always really, really low. So it just freezes up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Joe Fiduciario.
Wait, how do you say that again? Fiducioso. Fiducioso?
Yeah.
How do you say, Joe?
It's a fake name anyway.
No, it's not. Oh, jeez.
Joe, your mouth is not moving with your voice.
Are you serious?
Yeah, you look like an old Chinese or Japanese movie.
Yeah, you look like you're sitting on somebody's lap with their hand up your backside.
Why? I'm jumping out.
Like a ventriloquist.
But anyways, my point was, he said airflow before charge. I understand airflow before charge, but it's a younger tech that was there. My goal, because I'm kind of like working with this other company, and eventually we're going to merge together, is to get every truck is going to have a true flow grid. That's the goal. That is the goal.
But will every tech in those trucks
know how to use it?
Trained how to use it?
I sure hope so.
Yeah.
I'm gonna buy Steve Rogers a pizza to come to our shop, and
he will not do that for a pizza.
He might.
I know him.
So do I. I talked to him today.
Did you? I didn't talk to him today.
I gotta send him the. I made.
I said
Did I
hi.
show you? I didn't show you guys. I should go get it right now.
What?
Should I go get it?
A T-shirt? What do you got here?
I got a custom thing to send to the Energy Conservatory. Hold on.
Sure.
Stand by, everybody.
Sequest.
I guess we'll
Thank
just
you. You're always
stop.
you always
We'll
have
just
stuff.
stop
Scott,
Jonathan,
HVAC
I'm
rookie.
here.
He said he's telling me that he's glad this week is over because we've
I'm
had a
so
heat wave.
thirsty today.
Yeah, we had a bad heat wave this last week. So
Hey, Chris, you ever have this?
No. Del Fuego?
Fago Pop.
Fago Pop?
Yeah, it's a Michigan thing.
Oh, down in my kids in South Carolina, they have this thing called
you guys in the chat?
cheer wine. My
Cheer
kids
wine.
love
What's
that
that?
stuff. Yeah, it's cherry flavored cola. It's weird. I don't know what it is, but it's like their own stuff. It's made in South Carolina. They distribute it like through niche.
You know, there's this
liquor stores
TikTok.
and stuff.
What is it? Like a TikTok life hack, right? And it's how to make healthy Coke. And I just heard about this. It's probably been out for a while now because I tend to hear about these things much later. But it's you take a splash. First you take a glass, fill it with ice, then you take a splash of balsamic vinaigrette or something balsamic vinaigrette, I think it was, and you dump it in there, and then you fill the rest up with any flavor of sparkling water, and I guess it tastes just like Coke. It sounds disgusting.
That's very interesting. I'll be right back.
Ready?
You are correct, John. Whoop, whoop.
Buddy was saying,
What the F is that? Is that a pillow?
Yes.
Oh, that is amazing.
oh my god,
It's Ed Genowak.
that is so
Yep.
scary.
How big is it? Yeah, that's huggable. See?
I don't know if I would.
That
like
is
but
amazing.
yeah.
I'm
Why
sending that to them so he can put it on the couch.
Why don't we have some of those of us?
Exactly. Now those are more pleasing, I would think.
Yeah, they are. We'd have like batteries in them and stuff.
That's funny.
Hey, John, I've never painted myself up like a juggalo, but I do enjoy me some ICP. Hell's Pit's probably my favorite, or
What's
The Tempest. The Tempest might be my most favorite album.
What's a juggalo?
Juggalo are the fans of the Insane Clown Posse, one of the Detroit underground
balls.
bands.
Oh, Luke.
Oh, look,
Luke and his balls are.
Luke and his balls are here.
He's
I feel like he did something wrong because he's sitting in my lap like he knows he's in trouble.
Or maybe he has to go to the washroom.
I just let him
Yeah,
in the
that's
house
true.
from outside. He's been out. What the
okay.
fuck is this guy doing?
You should get him like a tiny roller skate to just rest his nuts in while he's walking.
That's hilarious.
What are you doing?
Does he not realize we're live?
I don't
I
think
know,
so.
right? Luke, hello.
You know, I like dogs, but me and my brother-in-law, we had a dog a while back, and it was like the most just affectionate dog ever, and it pissed me off all the time because you get no space. Like how Chris is living right now, that's how it was 24/7 with this dog.
I couldn't do it all the time.
I was like, dude, like it's like the dog wanted to be a part of me. Just like get off me. I can't do it.
No.
I got a little PTSD from it. Good job. Shit. So what else you guys been up to this week?
There was something else you wanted to talk about. I can't remember. You wrote it down.
That's right. One of the things I did want to briefly mention, these new bone condensing units. We've been installing a lot of these with the intelligent units. And I didn't really think about this until today when I was talking to the owner of the company about it. They preset the cutout switch from the factory. And so far, what I've been noticing is it's usually preset for like 12 or 13 PSI, roughly. And I normally like to see it at 3 to 5, just rule of thumb. I'm sure there's manufacturer specifics or whatever, but I was trying to think about maybe they want it at 12 PSI. Like maybe I shouldn't be adjusting them down to 3 to 5 because there's been some that I've just left and I'll go back and I know they short cycle a little bit. Like if I'm up on the roof or something, I'll hear it come on, pump itself back down, every once in a while, which is still okay. It's not ideal, but it is still okay for those to pump themselves down. I think there's a rule of thumb, like if it pumps itself down more than 6 times in a minute or some shit, I don't remember. But specifically, Chris, I was going to see if Chris had any insight as to, or an opinion at least, do the factories set it to 12 psi for a reason, or is it just like 12 psi is good?
So I'm sorry, dude. I'm reading text messages as they're coming through. 12 psi on what?
On the pressure cutout switches on the new bone condensing units. They're coming from the factory set to a pump down shop at 12.
Yeah. Now, wait, who are you asking that? Oh yeah,
you. Yeah, we're talking right now.
I'm distracted. My dog's over here whining. I'm texting someone.
God, this guy's ODing and gummies over,
right?
ODing and gummies.
Solve the world's problem. My freaking service tech is on his way to a service call, and someone's texting me saying that the service call just canceled, but he's fucking probably pulling up now.
No,
I'm distracted. I can't think straight. So you're saying the new bone condensing units come factory set at 12 psi.
Shut off at 12.
That sounds, I mean, that doesn't surprise me that they're doing that, but what is your concern with that?
Well, the concern we had today is we have a walk-in freezer that stores a lot of ice cream. They want it at -10 all the time, -10, but that puts my pressure, like we use our 404 still. So that puts my pressure down to like 15 PSI when the evaporators run like -21, -22 degrees to get that box down to
it sounds like
degrees.
Your equipment's not sized right, and that's why.
Well, even
if your condensing unit's massively oversized and you have a smaller evaporator, you are going to run a lower suction pressure. But at 12 psi,
but I still have the same pressure temperature relationship no matter what size it is.
404A, hold on, 404A. Let's see, you're saying 12 psi.
What is he looking at?
A pressure chart.
Ghosts.
That's -26 evap temp.
Yeah, which is about, I'm running a -10 to -12 degree box.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I don't know though. I mean,
but that puts it real close to that cutout.
Yeah. You just have to make sure your equipment's extremely sized, right?
I was just going to turn it down. I was going to crank that down to like 3 to 5, which is what I normally do. But
yeah.
I've been leaving it because I'm thinking like either they did it because that compressor maybe isn't rated to pump itself down any lower than 12 psi, and they don't want it working harder. It could trip on thermal.
You can figure that out by just going to the Copeland mobile app. You can download the compressor bulletin.
I think
I'm not gonna do it.
I think Ed's in the chat on the Facebook chat.
Ed Janowak?
Yeah, I think it's Ed.
Did you see the pillow?
Did he see it? Did it spoil the fun?
I'm sending this, Ed. I'm sending this to the Energy Conservatory because you're one of the team over there. Ready?
I'm gonna step out for a sec.
That that's funny.
It's like angry Santa.
I actually got it a while ago, and it's been sitting in my garage. I've been meaning to mail it out, and I keep forgetting about it. But then my wife was in the garage. She's like, "What are you doing with this thing?" I'm like, "I don't know."
Classic Adam.
It was funny when I got it.
That's why we had to get somebody else to do all our shipping.
I hate shipping. It's the worst.
It is. Ain't nobody got time for that. Like I got a shirt I got to return to a store.
I posted a comment.
Ain't got time for that.
We're ignoring it.
Go ahead.
Here you go, Joe. You know what? Every week I get yelled at by Joe. He's like, all these good comments are going by. Anything on the screen.
Here, let me go first. Then you guys, as soon as I'm done, you guys can change the subject like you guys always do.
Yeah, I was going to answer the other individual for that.
So first, what I would say is, for one, stay curious. 2, get into some sort of healthy regimen, and I know I harp on this a lot, but take care of yourself physically because this is a hard trade. And if you want to walk when you retire, start now. Start eating healthy, start doing a little bit of exercising, stretching yourself, keep on reading, try to better yourself every week. Like Brett Pretzel always says, learn one thing new every week. At the end of the year, you'll learn 52 new things. That's some good advice. You can get a conversation started with Trevor Matthews, make yourself even better, stuff like that. Keep watching our show. Give us super chats and stuff. That'll make you a better technician.
I don't think Trevor likes me anymore. He's not texting me every week anymore.
No, he doesn't. He told me.
I think he lost faith in me.
He's busy.
He's like, hey, Bill, you know that Adam guy? I'm like, yeah, I know him. He's like, he's a douche. I'm like, I know. He's stupid. He's got a dumb face.
I think he pretty much summed it up, though, Bill, honestly. So, I'm happy with that. For sure.
You need to continue learning at all.
Absolutely.
No matter what, go home. If you don't understand something, figure it out. Don't sleep on something and be like, well, I didn't get that.
And it's not your company's responsibility to teach you. Nope. It's your responsibility to search for that knowledge, you know,
Yeah.
look it up, figure it out, because you're going to keep that knowledge for the rest of your life. It's yours. So
like what really, in my opinion, separates a good tech from a bad tech is not the only thing, but one of the things I feel is that a good tech simply applies themselves. Like they try hard, they get curious about things, they read up on stuff, they ask questions. They ask questions to know how stuff works rather than asking questions to get an immediate answer so they can fix it and move on without ever actually understanding how stuff works.
Yeah.
Also, start watching TY Banana Man's videos. He's got some really
TY Banana Man.
when you can, when you do get out into the field and you're on the roof and you're allowed to take pictures of the equipment, take pictures of it, look at it, take pictures of the models and serial numbers, start familiarizing yourself, even if you're not working on it.
Use all your senses, listen, smell.
Don't wear headphones on the roof. That's one of the most important things.
Taste the equipment, lick the contactor.
Yeah, you got to taste it.
Hey, you need to know what polyester oil smells like. You need to know what burnt refrigerant smells like. So yeah,
what it tastes like too.
You want to know if that oil's something's fishy. Taste it. Oh, that doesn't taste right.
Taste it a lot.
I would say you probably shouldn't taste things.
You should taste it a lot.
Disclaimer: do not taste things. Look at me. I was sniffing R22.
Yeah. Now he's got to wear a helmet to work.
Yeah. Special. Yeah, you're right. That same buddy was asking, how would you know how much his heat pump can do? It's pretty kind of easy. If you know 1 BTU raises what temperature water 1 degree, right? Fahrenheit.
What is it? 1 pound? Is it 1 pound?
1 pound of water.
Yeah. So let's just say 1 pound gallons. I think that's 8.3 or something like that. Let's say 10 pounds. 10 BTUs for, let's say, 1 gallon.
Yeah,
so
244,000.
So there you go. There's your answer. You know how many
BTUs? Is that a real answer, Joe? Do you know the weight of water?
I think it's 8. No, you got 1 gallon.
8.3 pounds.
8.33 pounds. What's it called? It's 1 gallon. So there you go.
Do you guys have gallons in Canada?
No,
we do.
Liters, isn't it?
Liters.
It's liters, but
litres.
Do you call your fuel petrol?
No.
Uh-oh.
And we don't say benzene either. Gas.
I feel like there's like a voiceover on Joe.
Why am I still glitching?
You're speaking Japanese, and there's
you're stuck in the Matrix, Joe.
All of a sudden, his green screen goes away, and he's in fucking.
Oh, like the walls fall down, like Mission Impossible.
We find out we're really talking to Gary McCready.
No, the other guy.
Awesome.
Danny Norian.
Danny Norian.
Oh my god, that is funny.
Nylon.
What's up, Jason?
That's exactly why he's been so secret.
That's pretty. But yeah, that's
Utu's there. Who else we got in the chat today? Troy.
And if you think about that,
Jonathan Hughes. We got Nate the House Whisperer in the house tonight.
Yeah, it's good to see everybody in chat. 200, let's say 200,000 BTU. Wow, that's a lot of heat pump you need. So what do? Do you oversize that heat? Anyways,
in that Dick Wurz book, there's a real good section about temperature and like I think, what was it? The temperature of water when it freezes. Like a lot of people say it freezes at 32 degrees, but it doesn't actually freeze at 32 degrees. It starts freezing at like 31 point whatever. I don't remember exactly, but
slower and slower and slower.
Yeah. Yeah. It was a interesting read, to say the least.
Yeah.
Hold on. We got an update from Jesus Fish. Right there.
Thanks.
Where?
Exactly, Nate. Exactly. If you're thinking you're going to raise 10 degrees in a couple hours, no, it's going to take all night, maybe 2 nights.
Yeah.
If
you have I think you have a heat pump pool heater, you're on a slow boat to China. You need to just set it and forget it. Don't.
Yeah.
None of this monkeying around.
You look so awkward, Chris.
Absolutely.
My dog was licking my junk.
Huh.
Do you have peanut butter on it again?
It seems like a learned behavior.
Oh wait, I should go get my peanut butter. I had an argument with my wife about this peanut butter she bought. She bought this like natural peanut butter or whatever, and I like opened the thing up and it almost spilled out like water. And I'm like,
yeah, because it's got oil in it.
Oh yeah, you got to mix it, bro. You got to mix it.
Liquidy. I thank you. I mixed it and it's still so liquidy. And she's like, she kept telling me, you gotta mix it better. I'm like, should I put the damn thing in a blender? What are we doing here? I don't understand.
Oh, you should have sent her the picture of me when I was mixing my peanut butter. Do you remember?
No, you let it separate.
Came out and
dump some oil out.
all over my kitchen.
Yeah, that was crazy.
You let it separate, dump some of the oil out, and then you mix it, or it'll be liquidy like that.
It was.
So I stopped buying.
But you're telling me it had peanuts in it, though, right?
So then
crunchy peanut butter, right?
No, it wasn't crunchy. It was creamy.
Oh, that's fucking.
But then she came in after, because there was a couple sandwiches made over the course of a week and a half or whatever. And then she came in. I was making a sandwich for somebody, and she's like, "There's nothing wrong with the peanut butter." I'm like, "Hang on." I just took the jar and I pour it onto the bread. That's the problem.
You should have just chugged it. Just take the whole thing and just chug it. Just chug it like some sort of Gatorade sports drink.
Dave Johnson said he met Don Fort. I actually have a conference call with Don Fort on Monday morning.
Who's Don Fort, guys?
Don Fort is in charge of technical training for Heatcraft Refrigeration.
Oh, cool.
Huh. Interesting.
Nice.
Sounds like I got a bone to pick with him about some stuff.
Bill would like Luke to be in ICLP. What is that?
Bill would like Luke to be in, I don't know what that means. ICP, maybe?
ICP? ICLP.
Albert Equalace. I wonder if he's maybe English is his first language. Hey, if it's not, no offense.
Jason is on his way for a huge move. I don't know if he wants us to share. I know he shared already in chat, but he still stopped by today, which is pretty cool. He's going from the north to the south.
Jason Johnson, yeah. I got to send him some stickers too.
Speaking of people that English is not their first language, guys, you want to know what happened to Yamo's dad the other day?
Oh, son, yeah,
freaking believable.
Yeah.
Somebody he owns a hardware store. Somebody cut a hole, and it looks like a metal like pole barn type building or something like that.
The roofs are
like a taller roof. They cut a hole in the roof and freaking Mission Impossible down. And
I didn't know that. I wasn't even paying attention to that conversation.
They fucking completely robbed him dry.
Really?
Dude, it's like it's honestly most of the cliche things that you think about Mexico, they really don't happen, but this like fit that. Like, oh my god, this is what you think when you go to Mexico. You think
even if he has a security system, the police may or may not show up.
Really?
Oh, yeah, it depends on
like like Mexico is crazy. At least the parts where I go to, which I'll be going in July, it's like honestly a third world country out there. Like cops, you'll see a cop roll up, right? And there's lots of cops though, but they're not like real cops. You know what I mean? Like you can bribe them. They pull you over all the time just to get money out of you, right? So we bribe them. Honestly, it's when we plan these trips, we actually budget to bribe cops because we know it's going to happen. It's just a thing. You know it's going to happen, so you get extra money.
You got to pay them. What's the payola?
It depends. You negotiate it. Depends how angry they are. 50 pesos, 100 pesos. It's like $5-10 in American. Sometimes
the funny thing is every time I've been to Mexico, we've been, in like really popular towns. And there was like one time we took a tour. It seems like everybody's drinking in their cars. They don't give a fuck. But one time we took a tour and we were on a tour bus and they had like an ice chest and we were passing drinks to the driver. We were all drinking drinks in the back of the truck. And then we pull up next to the police. Literally, we pull up next to the police and one of the guys raises his beer to the cop and the cop raises his beer. It's like, what the fuck, dude? No joke, dude.
100% legit. That is a 100% true story. I mean, this is the same place where cops are on the payroll of the cartel. So there's a lot of backdoor action going on, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, and you know a lot about that. Hey, Bill, are you going to go live from Mexico in July?
I didn't think about that.
Oh, there he goes.
I bet you I still have better service than Joe.
Yeah. We'll get you like a 5G hotspot, dude. We'll get you fucking
because they have Wi-Fi at my relative's house in Mexico. They're up in the mountains.
They have dial-up?
I don't know. They have some sort of like hand crank modem. You gotta like stand there and crank it. And
Jason Johnson, one time, Jason Johnson says that those cab rides in Tijuana will make your butt pucker, and that is true. Those nuts. Now, I was on a tour bus in Costa Rica one time. And we were stuck in a traffic jam, and the fucking bus driver drove up on the curb and fucking in a bus, dude, and drove around everybody. I was like, what the
fuck? I ain't got time for this.
And then motorcycles are just weaving through like,
oh yeah, that's crazy. Dude. I've driven in Mexico only a handful of times, and it's rough.
Yeah, we had a sketchy experience. We went to Jamaica. I think it's going on a year and a half ago now. We got a man paid for us to go on a little vacation, and we were stuck at the airport. The shuttle was taking forever, and all these people are standing outside. It's so damn hot outside, and there's all these people with like different cabs and this and that. They're like, "Do you want to ride? Do you want to ride?" And I'm like, "We're sitting there for an hour," and I talked to a guy. How much is it? He tells me. There goes Joe again.
Good job, Joe. What do we used to call him? The fucking
I'll send him a hotspot if he'll give me his address.
I hire this driver to take us to the hotel. My wife is livid. She's like, "We can't split up from the group. We can't split up from the group." So she's super nervous. We get in the guy's a nice guy. We're driving, and he's like, "What do you guys like? You know, you drink?" "Yeah, I drink a little bit." And then he's like, "You smoke some ganja?" I'm like, "Oh, she likes the ganja, you know." And he's like, "Oh, you want me to get you some?" Like, "Yeah, go bring us somewhere."
Like, yeah, I do.
To this freaking like hole in the wall alley where all these, it's like you just a poor neighborhood. And like he's like, "Go to that ATM over there and get money out." And I'm like, "I'm gonna die right now." I'm like, "It's over. I had a good run. We're done." You know,
like how much are we talking that you had to get out?
It wasn't a lot. It was like $10, and they gives you like 3 pounds of weed.
Damn.
3 pounds of weed.
Hey, I'm
gonna try silent.
Hey, can I share?
I'm only gonna be here for 2 days. We gotta fucking get rid of this shit.
I'm gonna see if I can do a screen share. Screen share, is that what you guys call it?
Yep, do it.
What's up, Big Clive?
Everybody's in. John McMaster, Clive, Dave G. What's up, Dave?
Yeah. Oh, John McMaster's here. That's been a while, buddy.
John.
Dave,
all right, share screen. You guys see this?
Killed.
Howard made it from
traffic.
Bad News Monk, Al Anonymous.
So there's an older picture of me.
Regulars.
With my can you guys see that?
Yeah.
Okay, so it did pop up.
Yeah.
So that's one of the giant pyramids in Mexico that we went and visited. Those
cool.
I don't know. I can't really pronounce the name of them. The Teotihuacan or something like that.
Yeah.
It looks like she was being held against her will.
Well, I mean, let's just get that picture out of here.
Did Chris just leave?
Yeah, he's gone.
He doesn't like.
Nice. See, I'm not the only one. 56K.
What is wrong with you guys?
No, I was in the background. I didn't disappear.
Right now, guys.
You kicked me out, Dave.
We're on 140. What? 6, 5? What?
Canada and California are all.
We're gonna get this shit right eventually.
No, we won't. No. If we can't hire it out, we ain't gonna get it right.
We should have had Ted on his first.
Although I will say though, now that we're not doing the intro anymore, it kind of sucks, but it's easier to upload to the podcast once I eventually get time to do that. But we got to make an intro again.
Yeah,
man.
sorry guys. Sorry for the podcast. It's gonna be catching up soon.
I told the fucking Joe, your fucking lips moving and tripping me out, dude. Oh. You're fucking like all messed up again. Jackie Chan over here, fucking Bruce Lee movie.
Jackie Chan. I don't know what's up. The internet.
You're like a horrible dub of like Rambo or something.
Mm-hmm.
And fucking
look at him. Just look at him.
It's like Joe is in the movie Pixels.
Just look at it.
Joe, just try not to make. Don't try not to. Try
don't
not
move
to
too fast.
Quick. Just move slow, Joe, and nobody will know.
Slow mo Joe, let's go.
But I got an email, and I don't know if you saw it in the chat today, Bill, but I got a phone call from a facilities director, the lady that's in charge of all the repair and maintenance for a restaurant. And she's like, "Hey, I just sent you a work order for a new charbroiler to install at one of these restaurants." And I'm like, yeah, you got the wrong company. I only do the refrigeration and air conditioning. And I thought of you, Bill. And she's like, "Well, oh, you don't do that?" And I go, "No." She goes, "Oh, well, I mean, you just got to hook it up and just plug it in." And I go, "No, I don't work on charbroilers." You know, and
funny,
but it was funny. I thought of Bill because I'm like, yeah, Bill would have done it.
Absolutely,
absolutely.
Yeah,
he would have drove 3 hours for it.
I do such a wide range of stuff, man. It's crazy sometimes.
You were going to cut the grass at one of the restaurants.
Which,
that's right.
God damn, we're going to be starting on that. Holy shit.
Yes.
No, it went about that far. Like that conversation went about that far. I'm like, yeah, no, we're not getting into landscaping, dude.
God.
There ain't enough Mexicans around here to help us out. You know, but that does bring up a good point. I was at a store, and now Chris, you can probably relate to this. And by store, I mean restaurant. I was in a restaurant, right? And I was looking at a fryer, and this fryer's flashing this code E60. And I'm pretty familiar with these fryers. I don't have all the codes memorized. So I was there working on something else. I just had to charge up something, blah, blah, blah. It's got a known leak. We're just gassing it up till they replace the equipment, right? And as I'm gassing it up, I'm reading the manual on this fryer because I know the problem. I can see it. And so I got the manual pulled up on my phone as I'm charging this up, blah, blah, blah. I read up on it. And I was like, oh, yeah, E60. I remember that. So I go over there and I give her my little spiel. I was like, all right, your E60 it's this, this, and this. And she's like, are you sure? I don't think that's what it is. I don't think it's what it is because we looked it up. We looked it up on Google. And then she's like, she points to some young girl and she's like, she's my computer girl here. And I was like, I mean, no, that's exactly, it's the E60 code. Henny Penny. I pulled up the manual. I showed her and she's like, I don't know. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, how do you not believe me?
And so you mic drop, right?
Sure.
No, I don't think I was very rude to that one.
Yeah, sorry.
Thanks, Bad News Monk. And let's try to make Joe talk as much as possible so we make it as awkward as we can.
Was he just talking now?
Well, we got a question from Joe in the chat, so I posted it on the screen.
Because it looked like he was just chewing really fast.
Am I still glitchy?
No, you look great, Joe. Go ahead.
You know what? I got the best idea ever. I'm going to go back. When I have time, I'm going to go back to some old episodes, and I'm going to edit Joe's audio out completely, and then we can do like voiceovers. We'll pay somebody to do a voiceover of Joe just saying the dumbest stuff.
We could have Yamo do it. Or, you know what you have?
Joe would hate that.
Gary McCready.
Oh, yeah.
You guys are killing me, my glitchy Japanese talk. Jaguar, email me or us, and we could talk about it. It's way too much. I'm glitching ass shit.
I can't
react. And tell me if there was a situation you came across.
You got to post your email in the chat, Joe.
Well, HVACOvertime@gmail.com.
You don't read that.
No, nobody's listening to you. Yeah, post it up there.
If there was a certain thingy majiggy happen, put it in chat. We can answer it now. But the whole,
you know what? Here's a better idea.
It takes a little bit.
Post it in the Facebook group. Joe's on that shit. He'll answer right away.
Yeah, true.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else interesting, boys, before we get out of here and my Japanese dwindles down?
Let's check my list. Nope.
Yeah.
Nope. Take the question off the screen. I don't want to talk about it right now.
How about you guys? You guys in the chat. You guys got any fun stuff to talk about? Do anything cool? Any interesting stories? You getting in any trouble this week?
Yeah. How was everyone?
Punch your wife or something?
There's a big heat wave throughout the country, right, guys?
Yeah, it's nice. I love it.
It's not been too terrible here, but we have been busy. Just busy and understaffed, man.
I'm going to shed a tear because my apprentice is not my apprentice anymore.
Why?
He just quit? Live?
Fucking service technician, bro. He's out there doing calls and solving shit for me. I need to get
I thought they canceled the service call. That's pretty easy to solve.
But we don't go for that. We're there. We're going in. We're figuring it out.
You're like, no. It's after hours. We're not canceling shit.
No. If you know, it's one thing if I'm literally pulling on my driveway, okay. But if I'm fucking already on the road, nope, I'm almost there.
Why
did he like put his finger on their lips as they were talking? Shh. No, we are not canceling this call. Yep. I'm here. And
he knew too, because when he got on the phone, he's like, I go, did they just try to cancel it? And he goes, yeah. He's like, but I told him I'm already here. And I'm like, fucking there we go, dude. I taught him, you know.
Why were they canceling anyways?
What we think happened is they have a twist timer that's an automatic timer on the side of the door. And we think that timer is getting stuck because the manager keeps telling him that after he turned it a couple times, it started working. But my apprentice just called me right now after he went through everything. He goes, there's nothing wrong. He goes, I think that twist timer is getting stuck. And
what's the purpose of the twist timer?
Yeah, it's a pump down switch. So basically when they open the door, if they're going to open it for more than 30 seconds to a minute, they're supposed to turn the timer and at 15 minutes, it turns back on.
Cool.
So instead of a door switch, it's just a twist timer.
Yeah, the door switch idea seems kind of crazy to me. Like every time you open the door, the system pumps down and shuts off. Seems very
and then door switches, I mean, you know, whatever. But like, for instance, key to therm evaporators, they have their smart evaporator controllers. They have a door switch in theirs and it has an auto thing. If the door switch is
John McMasters
acting like it's bad after like 30 minutes, it turns the system back on. But what if the door's still open? I mean, fucking restaurants leave doors open for hours at a time sometimes.
Yeah. Figured, Jason. Cyborg was saying your compressor story. What's the compressor story you had, Chris?
Compressor story.
Echoes.
Oh, so this weekend, I'm looking right now.
Gotcha.
Ice machine. No, he's not dealing with that.
Did you see that thing I posted in the group, guys? That leak I found? It was a pretty cool leak. I was pretty impressed.
So the AC thing. So this week, I
right over your story.
I did.
Oh yeah,
he jumped right over my story.
Well, you were busy texting.
He's frozen anyways. Tell your story.
Look at me. Look at my face. Oh my
what a great way to freeze right there, huh, Joe?
Yeah.
I know. Like, I see that too.
Mid poop
Tell your
struggle.
story.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
All right. So I did this monster repair on an air conditioner this week that they never should have approved. And it's insane how much stuff. We changed a compressor. This is a 10-ton unit. We changed the compressor. We changed an evaporator, a blower assembly. And in order to do this was like a 2 guys 12-hour job. Like fucking, we were on the roof all day, dude. It was nuts how much this cost. But anyways, we fixed it. We got it all going. And then they call me back the next day and they're like, it's not working. And I'm like, God damn it. So I go over there. It was working. They were working great. But 3 of their other air conditioners stopped working that night. Like they were working that day when I was there, but they stopped working that night. And I had to go back out there.
You teach your techs, like when you're on a building, like, yeah, let's go flip the disconnect on these. Job security.
So this one, what actually happened was 3 ACs weren't working. One of them was satisfied. I thought it was down, but it wasn't. The other 2, this weird shit can happen. I've been doing this restaurant for like 4 years. I took it over from another company and we're still finding their bullshit. So what happened was they had 2 thermostats, and for some reason the zone sensor failed or something. So someone ran the zone sensor wiring from one thermostat to the other thermostat, and then from that one to the remote zone sensor. Oh, God. So one of those thermostats failed, and it, for whatever reason, I don't know what happened. It made both of the thermostats say the building was at 68 degrees when it was 80 in there. So when I pulled off that piggybacked wire on the zone sensor, one of the ACs came on, and then I found out that I had a bad thermostat. But it was a trip how it all happened. And it was like, fuck, dude, I can't believe that I've been working there for like 4 years and I never stumbled on this problem. It'd been working fine. But yeah, they were sharing a zone problem. What's that?
Like, so it's always been sharing that zone sensor?
Well, no, the previous company to me did a lot of weird shit. The wires are in the wall, but I ohmed them out and the wires are bad. There's like a direct short in the wires for the old zone sensor. So for whatever reason, someone was probably trying to fix it in the middle of the night. I mean, it's pretty genius what they did to get through the night. They jumped to another thermostat, but they left it that way. And then it created a problem 4 years later, you know, but that was an interesting one. But I thought that I was going back on a callback, and I was like, fuck. And that was actually last night. So I worked until like 9 o'clock last night. And then again, you can't make this shit up. I'm at that restaurant fixing that AC problem. Then they're like, my walk-in cooler, my beer walk-in, and my walk-in freezer are down too. And I'm like, fuck. Man. So then I had to fix those too.
And like, I'm going to be here for a while.
Yeah. So they're just, they might as well just not deposit money in their bank account. Just
and it's funny too, because then I was talking to the manager after. I was talking to him, and he goes, man, the company is just trying to figure out how they're bleeding money. And I'm like, the fuck? You guys, and I was like, they're not maintaining their equipment. You know, for COVID, they stopped maintaining it for like a year and a half. And it's like, this is the repercussions of everything, dude. Everything's breaking.
You know, it's crazy. I just cleaned like my first real dirty coil this last week.
I've cleaned
first one.
Like what kind of coil? It's kind of
as a old York rooftop unit.
So like a condenser coil?
Yeah, condensing coil. Yeah, it was plugged solid. Like it was.
Sorry, good.
I was just saying it was one of those coils where you look at it, it looks fine. You're like, yeah, it looks good, but you get real close with a flashlight, like I've seen on Chris's videos. Yeah, it's plugged, plugged solid, man.
In the last, let's see, I've been doing this for 20 plus years, and then even before that, working for my dad as a kid. I don't think I ever had to change evaporators because they were restricted. In the last 3 years, I have changed 5 carrier package unit evaporators because the fixed orifice metering devices are completely plugged because the oil's cooked and it plugged them up. But it just, this is because of COVID. This is the repercussions. They weren't cleaning shit. Yeah, I've been changed. I just changed one the other day, and it's just like, God damn, dude. And I have another one. I have 2 more that I know of right now that I need to quote. Whole evaporators.
Whole new evaporators, huh?
Whole new.
I installed a big giant condensing unit for a walk-in freezer out of school this past week.
Naked. She's naked right now.
Wait, who's that?
That condenser or the package unit?
My wife.
Oh.
No,
that's
odd.
Not something I think you should be sharing, bro.
Ain't no green scheme.
She just walked in here naked.
I don't think that you're supposed to share that shit.
Now she's yelling, I'm not naked.
Dustin, you made it in time.
I feel like you're in trouble for this big time, dude.
Oh, big time. Big time.
You're the rest of your weekend is fucked, bro.
Yeah.
Working, so don't worry about
it. I hope
it's still fucked, dude. Expect to be miserable when you get home.
I hope you like hearing we have to talk.
Yep. I don't think you should be hanging out with those guys anymore.
Yeah.
Talk about being naked.
We're not going to be your friends anymore because you're not going to be allowed to talk to us.
Maybe they're into that, Chris. Maybe it spruces up his relationship.
He does bring all the pineapple shit up awfully lot.
Maybe.
Yeah, they could be.
He's the one that told me that my wife's pineapple hat meant that she was a swinger. I didn't even know that.
I ruined it for your wife. That was her favorite.
Did.
She loved it.
Absolutely. I can go back in Facebook pictures and she's wearing that hat in every fucking picture. And she doesn't wear it anymore.
Well, maybe Adam just likes to watch from the
Did you guys see that I sent the picture? I went to my dad and his new wife's house and we went into their bathroom, and on the wall, I sent it to the guys. There's a fucking picture of a pineapple and it's upside down. And I'm like,
hilarious.
What the fuck? And I said, Dad, why is there an upside down pineapple on your wall? And he's like, what?
Guys,
what?
You hear this?
And he goes and looks and he goes, fucking.
She is mad. She's mad, guys.
Yeah, it's
no doubt.
My dad's new wife's son had just left, and whenever he comes there, he does that just to fuck with their friends. He flips their pineapple picture over just to fucking.
I wonder how many of his friends would go in there and be like, yeah, whatever your name is, Jim. Yeah. Well, let me use the bathroom. They go in there like, oh, I didn't know you lived this lifestyle, and they just come out buck naked.
Buck,
and be like, all right.
I was thinking Cyborg Sheep is asking me if I considered installing a TXV instead of going back in with an actuator metering device. Yes, I have. And then also, in fact, someone just emailed me, and he was actually in the chat earlier. I did see your question. He sent me an email about a company that will make you custom distributors and TXVs for those package units. I don't know if this is true, but the person that emailed me told me that Sporlan won't do custom ones, but this other company will. I don't know if it's true, but Carrier doesn't offer a kit for a TXV retrofit on those evaporators. And if I was to do TXV retrofit, I would probably still change the evaporator because it's a nightmare to cut those actuator metering devices. This is 3/8 tubing on the condensers, and they're right next to the other bins. Like it would take you 2 hours to unsweat every one of those. Like, nah, I would still change the evaporator.
I did one time where I changed that distributor. One time I did that.
I've done it a few times on walk-ins, and then I learned that you order them pre-done. Like, for instance, Lennox. I order them all the time for Lennox package units because they leak on the distributors. I don't even bother brazing them. I just order a new distributor. It comes welded. You just you're done.
Yeah.
Because brazing on distributors can be a pain in the ass, depending on who it is. Russell Refrigeration Company, they used to use Stay Bright 8 to braze the feeder tubes to the distributor bell, and then. But the thing is I don't carry that crap. So you go to braze it and you don't know that it's Stay Bright 8, and you try to put silver solder on there and it doesn't mix with the Stay Bright right. And it's just a fucking mess.
Yeah.
I stopped trying to braze distributors and just fucking order them.
Yeah.
That's
absolutely.
I've done it. I can do it, but it just sucks. If you're doing silver solder, brazing in those feeder tubes, you have to get it so hot that it ends up unsweating all the other braze joints. It sucks. So
there's an awkward situation we have right now because when I hit the outro music, I didn't prepare to have the outro on the screen, so it's going to be loud in the beginning.
Well, just turn your audio off for a second, then push it, and then turn it down, then turn your audio.
I want everyone
exactly to Dustin Cole.
That music just hits, and you got to be able to. You
got it. So 1, 2, 3, pull your headphones away.
You know,
put your head back in your ass. You won't hear a thing.
Let's end it.
Get Luke's balls, the flappers, and cover your
flappers. Up, so show everyone there's
Mickey Mac. I haven't seen John McMaster in a while. I thought he died or something.
I'm not that kind of a parent, dude. I'm not going to violate my dog by showing people his
balls. You were for a while. You were sending us pictures like 4 times a day.
My wife had a conversation with me. She literally sat me down one night and she's like, "This is like wrong." And she goes, "This is not funny." And I'm like, "That is." And she goes, "No, you are like."
Does she not know us?
That's what I told her. I was like, "This is funny. Guys think this is funny." She's like, "No, this is wrong."
Nope, it's hilarious.
I agree.
It is hilarious. Like, you should draw pictures on them.
But I know better than to disobey my wife. So
I don't.
Dude, once you realize that your wife's in charge, your life will be so easy, just like mine.
Yeah, that's hard to accept.
Just accept it, bro.
You know, it's hard to accept. And where the hell did Joe go? Slow-mo Joe.
I don't know.
He shows up late. He leaves early.
Yeah.
I mean,
he's like, I'm done. I put my 40 in for the week. I'm done.
Yeah.
40 what?
40 hours.
40 cents.
Funny if Joe had like a different hat on when he came back.
Joe, you should keep cutting out and change your shirt every time.
Yeah,
I should do that from now on.
You should if you clean up your lines a little bit, dude. You can kind of look like Vanilla Ice if you put a white hat on. And then just clean up your lines, make them a little bit sharper, and then you could be
like come back and then face the other way, or have the camera all the way upside down, or
have your chiseled jaw be like, make
you do have pretty you have pretty
lines,
facial hair. Yeah,
I bet you could grow a mean beard.
Do you think
that dude's like Homer Simpson? He fucking shaves that off, and 2 minutes later.
My question is, you think whose beard do you think would be better, his or Gary McCready's?
Oh, that's tough because I mean he's already got a head start.
Gary McCready got a new van.
He's got the looks and the smarts,
bro.
Shit.
Did you see his service van though? He got a service van and it's a crew cab, dude. It has 4 seats in his service van.
That's amazing.
Too big.
And then it's a high top that you can walk in the back. I'm like, dude, that's a dream.
I've been trying to listen to his podcast, but I haven't got through all the commercials yet. It's been like 4 days.
Mickey Mutu, don't you wish to come here naked? He says, nice try.
Come back naked.
OnlyFans, you got to pay.
Speaking of commercials, we haven't had our what's our commercial sponsor that we do all the time?
Hot dogs.
Oh, the Dick Cheese.
Fat Tim's.
Fat Tim's.
Yeah, Fat Tim's, Dick Cheese, or steak, whatever they were. Well,
yeah.
We'll have to get them on the horn and see if they can send us some new clips, for the show.
Yeah, I think that's important. All right, well, let's wrap this up because
let's do it.
People calling me and my dog's bugging me. And
all right, it's gonna be loud for 3 seconds.
3, 2, 1.
Shit.
Wasn't
that bad.
At least you warned us this time, bud.
Yeah.
It wasn't that bad.
Joe's OnlyFans.
Sponsored by the Teletubbies.
We need a new intro. We need a new outro. We need Joe to start showing up on time.
Yeah, that's true.
We could buy. We could use the YouTube money to buy Joe a new webcam and some internet.
We don't have YouTube money.
You know what? Oh my god, Chess's story. I've been, I did a jog the other day. I've been working out again. I jogged, started working out a bit more.
I think it's turned up to jogging.
See, you gotta take care of yourself, guys. I'm telling you.
Yeah, you have to, boys. You have to. Absolutely.
We'll see all you guys in the chat right here, same time.
Same bat channel.
Same bat channel. You see that? Clive's got 900,000 subs on the live stream this week.
Nice.
That is wild.
Congrats.
That is wild, man. He's almost getting there. He's almost. What's the next one? I think you get a gold YouTube button.
Nice. Check him out tomorrow.
Hit 1 million.
Check him out.
Yeah, he goes live tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Cool.
HVAC Overtime.
All right, Joe, say something smart.
Oh, I don't have anything smart to say.
Obviously.
Brush your hair, brush your teeth.
That was what Yamo said when his dad told him that somebody freaking MacGyvered down the.
No, you know that clip that just said where Joe just said, "I don't have anything smart to say." We need to put that on a button.
Oh no, I shouldn't have said that.
Yeah,
I have it recorded right here.
So, what do you think, Joe? I don't have anything smart to say.
You know that, hey guys, one of these days we're gonna get around to like doing something cool. But I've recorded probably the last couple months
one of these days
videos, and they're all on my hard drive, and someone can edit them into TikTok. That'd be really smart.
But what videos are they, Chris? They're the pre-show conversations.
Pre-show and the entire show, and then the after show.
See, the thing is about the pre and post show.
Yeah, we can't let anybody else edit those.
No, yeah, you gotta actually listen to the content because some of it dicey.
Some of it, yeah. No, actually, we can't send it off to be edited. That's right. It needs to be carefully edited.
And we gotta.
Our show is the PG version of us.
I guess. We can't. And we got to be real careful who we send it off to edit. Like they can't be of any other ethnicity than us.
Oh my god!
Joe, Joe, and what he says.
But also to protect our guests too, because we have some pre-shows and after shows with guests, and it's like, and they all know that we'll never release it, but we have it.
We vent a little bit too about some certain guests before the show.
We got leverage, guys. We're strong army. Dude, we're going to be like the Scientologists. We're going to have leverage on everybody, and then we're going to be able to get whatever we want in the HVAC industry.
Not unless Tom Cruise joins us.
We're doing this. That's why we're going to get fucking church status because of our leverage like they did.
Everything's tax-free. We could become a church.
Yeah. That's what they did. They had leverage on so many people that they pressured the senators and shit to give them the tax exemption.
Oh my
That's totally what happened with them.
Wow.
Because for every Scientologist for the entire time, you should watch that Leah Remani or Riani, whatever thing on Netflix. Yeah. Watch that, and she explains it, and it's like, and you've heard multiple stories, dude. It's crazy. They have these interviews with every single Scientologist from like their intro and they do it multiple times, and they get them completely vulnerable, and interesting.
Gotta love the vulnerable.
On that depressing note.